Most of the vices attributed to communism are inherent capitalist evils. Communism is accused of being authoritarian, of restricting freedom, of leading to tyranny and dictatorship. This is wild, even if you read two shortest pamphlets about communism, written by people completely not connected to each other from different backgrounds. It is clear that communism is highly anti-authoritarian. Yet people say it doesn't matter what is written, practice is what matters. And I agree. However, all of the attempts at building communism have been violently crushed with such force that entire generations of people have lost their motivation to live, have lost their course, their drive, their desire to connect to others, to trust one another, even to show love and affection towards one another. And I speak as the one who has experienced this firsthand. The tyranny of the few over many. Look around. This is the world we live in nowadays. Where did the billionaires get their power and immense resources? How are the so-called leaders of the nations get to decide what to do with the majority? How can they push their inhumane, insane laws and policies over all of us? And voting doesn't matter. Voting doesn't change anything. All has already been decided. Voting is just there to keep us calm and compliant, to give us an illusion of power, to give us an illusion that we can change something. This is capitalism. Communism promotes the power of the absolute majority over the select few, and for a time too. Communism calls to abolish the private ownership to the means of production so that all of us had access to creation at all times, so that no government, no masters will ever exist anymore. Everyone will govern and no one will govern. We, the people, will decide what to produce, how to produce and when, and how to distribute the fruits of our collective labor. And some say it is but a dream, utopia. We humans are inherently greedy and power hungry. We cannot stop our petty squabbles, so inevitably we're going to go back to exploiting one another. And many philosophers and practitioners have contemplated long and hard about this. They have examined the evidence, looked through all the data available to them, and analyzed everything to the best of their ability. And their conclusions are out there in the open. But I can tell you this, I have examined myself. I have searched my soul, my heart, my mind, and I have found no trace of this wickedness, of the desire to hurt another, of the desire to take away and destroy or to fight. And I am the only one on whom I can get enough information. And I encourage everyone to examine oneself, to look at one's motivations and to see with their own eyes that the wickedness of capitalism cannot be found anywhere in the recesses of our collective unconscious. And as long as there are people who are willing to try, to just try, there is hope for communism and there is hope for humankind.